Shalom, shalom, family, Most High in Christ bless. Welcome to the show. Yes, I pray that all is well with everybody today. And just a few things we wanted to touch on in the news. Before that, we want to send a shout out to our captain. May he travel safe today as he is on his way to Germany to do his thing. So let's send up prayers for the captain, Captain Amram Ben Israel. May the Most High guide you and you be safe. Lord's willing, tomorrow you're doing your traveling. But we wanted to touch on today on some of the things that we see happening in the news, especially in that land of Babylon, Babylon the Great. We see recently where things were going on pertaining to some weather issues. So let's take a look at that right now. Here we see in South Florida, this is the airport,
This is Fort Lauderdale Airport,
and
folks.
it's
Believe it
immersed
or
in
not.
water. Immersed in water. I don't understand it. Nobody seems to realize or know where it came from or how it got there. But we all know the Most High controls all things, weather, the elements in space, the elements on earth, everything that we can see, everything that we can comprehend. But man is limited in his understanding. So the Most High say, "My ways are not your ways, and your ways are not my ways." Said his things are beyond our understanding. And so, as much as Edom would think that they have learned, or they have grasped, or they have become powerful enough to create, yet they still cannot overcome the things that the Most High still control. One day they may claim to be controlling the weather, but we know it's a lie because obviously, if you can't even thwart the floods from coming to devastate all of your technology, how could you say you control weather? If you can't even send a spacecraft out into the uttermost parts of space, how could you control space? But like I say, just coming with a touch on some of the things that's going on. Also, we see in the news our brother. We're going to send out praises for him, but brother, you got to stop eating that unclean, abominous foods. Lord, forgive me if I'm misjudging the brother, but as it stands, we as uh, the black people around the earth, especially in the United States, we are one of the prime consumers of that pork. Most every home you go in, you would find us eating that pork. Even the ones who claim to be in Israel, we say we're awake and, we identify as Israel, but a lot of us don't follow the commandments and we eat at our heart's desire. And so, back to the story, I pray that this brother does not consume, those abominous foods. Like I said, that swine. They eat too much of that red meat, that steak. Then they eat all of that lobster. They eat all of that nastiness, caviar. They eat all of that shrimps, and prawns and all these things. But all praises to the Most High. I wish the brother gets well. He's one of my most favorite actors out there. And again, I don't know if the brother's in the truth, but here we see the story says another perfectly healthy actor suffers from a stroke. Wow, that's just crazy. But we can see Jamie's in such good health and shape. I don't understand it. But like I say, when it comes to Edom, anything is possible. Who knows what's going on there? But again, let's just pray for the brother. Hope he has a speedy recovery and he may turn from, if he is, like I said, if he is indulging in eating all these unclean, abominous foods. But again, let's just wish him a speedy recovery. And so, I don't know, things that are going on around the world right now. Well, we know the situation with the war in Ukraine. That's something that, um, we won't, I don't think we would see a speedy end to, because it has escalated from being something to do with a social parameter when it went into economics. Now it's into leading into prophecy, because it is prophesied and believed that the EU will be the very center where all of the rising will take place when it comes to um, the belief that the strikes and the confrontation against all of the Confederates, it would be the EU that would begin to turn against the US and start off, what we feel would be the climax to the prophecy of the destruction of Babylon the Great. And so we see that the EU, along with China and the rest of their counterparts, they're beginning to formalize agreements and make proxies, and so things are beginning to set in place. But that's why in my opinion, I say that I don't think we would see an end to that. I think we would see a build-up, an increasing build-up, more and more. But moving on again, also in the news we have in Canada, there are things that are happening right before our eyes, in politics especially. Canada is a leading nation when it comes to immigrants, when it comes to outpouring of help around the world. And so right now we see where all of the uh, insurgency is taking place within Canada, where the citizens are becoming fed up. They have skirmishes, uprisings all over the country, especially in the capital, where you would think that they would be at peace and more respectful. But Canada, again, a lot of people overlook Canada as being a part of Babylon the Great. But in my view, in my opinion, Canada is one of those places, well, not one of those, one of the primary places where, the prophecies will be taking place also. This place is going to be destroyed. Believe it or not, this place is going to be destroyed. Yes, and so in case you missed it, let's just take another look at the work of the Most High
Boy,
taking
we
place
down here in Fort
over there
Lauderdale
in
Airport.
Florida. I pray for all
This
the
is the
brothers and
airport, buddy.
sisters. And I pray that
This is the airport in
they
Lauderdale.
get it cleared up. But as it stands, this is how the Lord works. This is really bad.
This is Fort
This is
Lauderdale
what's
Airport,
going to
folks.
happen,
Believe it
in
or not.
times coming when the weather, unpredictably just takes a toll on the land. And so, yeah, we as people of God, we have to understand and know that this is what's going to happen. And so we have to prepare ourselves, and even worse to come, and even worse to come, So, yeah, let's stay prayed up. Let's stay in the spirit. Let's stay looking out for our brothers and sisters. And for all of you out there who are not aware, you can find us on our various social media platforms. Here we are at YouTube, we are at Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. We also have our website. If you want to reach out, you can reach out to us through our website. You can go on our website and engage in all of the various platforms that we have there. And also you can email us. You can find us on TubeSpace. We're also on TubeSpace. But yeah, as I said, just a prelude to what we're going to start doing our podcast. So we don't want to make it too long, just a warm up. And like I say, Lord's willing, we will begin doing it weekly. So with that, we say shalom, Most High in Christ bless, and may you brothers and sisters. Before I go, we want you to be aware of our upcoming class that we have. We have our upcoming class, and so it's going to be on. It's going to be on determination, and I forget the name of it right now, but we will be sending it out. As I said, you can go onto our platforms and you can see the upcoming class. I think I have it here. Let me just put it here for you so that you can have there it is. Dedication and the determination of will. That is the next class we have coming up. Dedication and determination of will. And as I said, you can go to our many platforms and you can see the date when it will be released so that you can be aware and join in. It will be a live teaching. And so, yes, if you have the time, Lord's willing, you can join us. As I said, look to our platforms and you can get the time and the date that we would be releasing. And again, for those that missed it, you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on our web space. We have our website. It's very informative and full of all kind of insightful things. Most things you won't find on our social media platforms. And again, anyone that wants to reach out to us, you can reach out to us at our email, Chosen Saints Canada. So just feel free to reach out and drop us a line. Anything that you would need us to answer, anything you need clarity on, anytime you want some understanding of the word, we feel free. Just reach out to us and we're here to help. And again, with that, we say shalom, Most High in Christ bless. You enjoy and send up prayers for our captain as he travels, and send up prayers, as I said, for one of my favorite actors, Mr. Jamie Foxx. I pray that brother gets well. And shalom, saints, Most High in Christ bless.